house has heat. These are the air conditioning units, but they also heat, and that feels good.
2.7 luce calda.
Sì, è meglio 2.7.
Invece 4.000 luce...
No, non è bello.
Ok.
Bravo. Bravo. Well, I don't know how I feel about this. Things are coming together just a little bit too quickly here. We have an air conditioning unit pumping out heat. We've got light fixtures going in. We've got all of our plumbing wrapping up and our bathroom looking great. And it's no longer looking like a barn. It's looking like a house. Got a little bit of work left to do to get this pipe fixed up into place before we can install this beautiful fireplace here. But honestly, it's tricky work. È bello, è bellissimo, perfetto. Esatto, perché se passi giù no, così. È perfetto perché...
Bisogna solo indietro.
Mica tanto da spostarti.
Che va allo stadio con lui, viene una tratta di... Visto l'Atalanta?
No. So let me give you one good reason why I think everyone should have a giant pile of stones and to go out there and practice being a stonemason. The number one reason is because it's been one of those weeks where life seems to keep kicking you while you're down and lots of problems to sort through, lots of stress. But when you come out here and you pick up a hammer and you grab a stone and you just start beating on it, you take all of that angst out against a stone. And if you're not feeling better yet, you pick up another stone, you set that one aside and you grab another stone and you keep on beating on it and then stack that one onto the next one. And before you know it, you end up with, something pretty beautiful like what we have behind me. But it's a great way to work out some of that stress and you get a beautiful landscaped yard as a result. So after a long and hard day's work on the stone house, I usually need a minute to unwind and let my brain settle. And a simple and fun way of doing so is by playing Angry Birds Dream Blast, the sponsor of today's video. As many of you, I remember playing the original Angry Birds when it came out back in my college days. Anybody remember the original iPod Touch? It was so innovative and hard to put down and even got me in trouble in class a couple of times. Now, Angry Birds Dream Blast is different from the original, but it's just as fun and engaging. It's a casual puzzle game that brings instant fun while challenging your puzzle skills.
What makes it unique? Unlike in many matching games you see out there, the bubbles in Angry Birds Dream Blast are free-falling and not confined to a square box, making it more dynamic and original. The gameplay is super easy to pick up. Just pop groups of 2 or more bubbles and start making your way to the end of each level. You'll get the hang of it quickly, and before you know it, you'll be challenging yourself to complete each level. There are thousands of them.
And if you're like me and you love a game that actually lets you relax, then you'll appreciate the fact that in the game you don't have to watch ads because ads are completely optional. Angry Birds Dream Blast is available both on Android and iOS, and you can download the game for free by scanning the QR code on screen or by using the link in the description below. So go ahead, check it out, let me know what you think, and thank you to Angry Birds Dream Blast for sponsoring today's video. Well, today my job is basically as a grunt laborer, taking up all of the cement, all of the loose stones, all of that rubble from behind the walls. And I'm quite happy with that because I'm bouncing back and forth, making sure the electrician and the plumber have what they need, answering their questions, helping them out as well. And most importantly, secretly, because this is a really tricky section and I'd just rather leave it to the master. This section here, we've decided to angle up against this wall. I don't know if you can see that existing orange line there on camera or not, but all of these angled pieces, the way they slot in, quite tricky work there as you're shaping the stones, not just to fit in horizontally, but also to have that exact sloped angle. And well, today, I'm just gonna leave that to Alessio. Regarding the rubble stone that we're tossing behind the wall, I do love that this process, we use every single bit of the stone. So I'm going around scooping up all of the offcuts from the stones that we chip off, and we do chip off quite a bit of it. You end up with a large pile underneath your scaffolding of all of the chipped stones. I scoop all of that up, toss it behind the wall for drainage and for support. Because of the position of this wall, it's one of the rare times that I can show you properly what's going on here. But we have almost a foot of rubble stone that we're filling in behind here. That'll allow the water that comes down from the mountain to drain behind the wall and then out in specific spots down here. And then of course we have that layer of concrete and the face stone as well. So we need to come in here and clean up the transition from the stone to the aluminum window frame, or in this case, the door. And what's sticking out here is a shiny metal stud, which just won't adhere the mortar onto it very well. So instead what I'm doing is fixing on this, I don't know what you'd call it, chicken wire essentially, in order to let the cement or the lime mortar adhere onto that and make a nice transition from the stone to the door. Well, the first fire. Wow, this is a big moment. Ignore the ugly stickers here. I'm letting the glass heat up so that the glue will come off a little bit easier. But man, I'm ready for it. It's been especially cold the last few weeks, actually. So the good news is that all of our hard work has seemingly paid off so far. No leaks in the smoke or anything, and I'm actually astonished how well this thing draws. If I open it up, nope. Let me open this first. Still learning how to use it. Not an ounce of smoke comes out, and honestly, I'm very, very pleased with that. Yeah. So I've made a very big mistake. I don't know if you guys remember back to when we kind of destroyed this whole landscape here, digging up to place all of our manholes and our tubes to pass wires and our water lines. Well, we ended up burying all of them on accident. I've been digging here looking for one of them, found it, and all these tubes are filled with clay, and now I need to clean this all out and also find, I think about 4 or 5 more. I know there's one right around here somewhere, but I have to get these cleaned out today. I should have been working on this a while ago. I knew this was a problem. I should have fixed it. You do things right the first time, and then you don't run into problems like this. I knew better. Well, I'm too embarrassed to say how long that took to clean out because it was just full to the top with solid clay. You can see all of this is just pure clay, and also inside of the tube, so I had to reach in and dig them all out real good. But this is finished, and now we'll add a second one to raise up that manhole to make sure no water or debris or dirt fills it back in. Well, the nice thing about documenting everything on video is there's at least an approximate record of where everything is located. So this other manhole should be right around here somewhere. Oh, it's so hard. That was awful, and I 100% deserved it. Should have taken better care of them. Yes, they were covered properly, But what happened is we put them in the center of the road so that tires wouldn't drive over them. But then all of this rubble behind me, all of the new stones that we kind of collected and saved for future projects, shifted the road over a little bit. So then tires were going directly over top of it, which kicked up the cover and then ended up burying them in clay. Good fun. There is so much going on as we approach the end of today. We've got the lights being wired up. We've got the outlets being wired up, the light switches. This transition piece around the door has been mostly finished up. But the most beautiful part of all that I can't forget to show you is the fountain. Alessio has just finished up and taken down the scaffolding, and now to see it all in person and to see it all finished up is just stunning. I'm honestly just super impressed with how well this ties into the pre-existing wall. To see all of these angle stones here, to see this angle going up here, and then I love that we decided to step down away from the other wall that we've built here and how those angles all line up. But then you can kind of imagine this basin, the stone basin coming out here. We have a special idea for those stones. We're gonna save that for a future date, probably quite a few weeks ahead of time. We're gonna focus on the inside of the house for a while. We're not entirely sure how we're gonna do those stones, but we're gonna pursue something quite unique. Well, good morning. It's an exciting day because today we finally electrify the entire house. All we need to do left is pass a large cable underground, hook everything up, do a few bits of odds and ends inside of the house. Then in theory, the house should be electrified.
Qui facciamo tutta. Quell'altro pozzetto là.
Dopo copriamo un cemento, sì?
Sì, meglio. Ostriner.
Oh, there we go.
Questo qua, luci sopra.
È tutto funziona adesso?
Funziona tutto. Prese,
Wow.
prese sopra.
Well, this is a big moment. I believe the entire house has been electrified. Okay, prova. Hey, we have lights. Hey, bravo.
Ok.
Molto bene.
Proviamo le prese.
Let's try this over here. Whoa. This is one of those massive milestones. Just like getting the house straight in with the doors and windows, just like finishing up the floor. This is one of those massive milestones that you work towards day after day after day, month after month, and then all of a sudden, it just all works. We now have working lights throughout the house, working electrical outlets throughout the house. Now, of course, they all are dangling there kind of precariously as we're still finishing up the walls, but they nevertheless do work, and man, it's getting to be a house. Also, really quick, I just wanted to compliment his work here with how beautiful everything is tied together. You know you're working with a true professional when the electrical panel looks as beautiful as it does here. Oh no. Okay, good. Thought I bent the tube for a second there. And it's unbelievable how quickly things are coming together now. Cut this and wire this up.